up to now we know that Gandhiji was ordered to leave Champaran immediately, but Gandhiji refused to do so. He decided to disobey the order. He was ready to go to jail. Hearing this news, the peasants came in the support of Gandhiji. They started demonstration against the British government. Rajendra Prasad, Brishkishore Babu, Maulana Mazharul Haq and several other prominent lawyers arrived from Bihar to advise and help Gandhiji. Even they were ready to go to jail with him. Ultimately, the Lieutenant Governor of the province ordered the case to be dropped. The case against Gandhiji was taken back by the British government. And in this way, it was the first victory of civil disobedience in modern India. After that, Gandhiji and the lawyers conducted a detailed inquiry into the complaints of the farmers. They wrote down statements of the peasants. They made notes on other evidence. They collected documents. In this way, they started their fighting for the rights of the peasants, and the whole area became a center of investigations and strong protests of the landlords. See what happened after that. In June, Gandhi means Gandhiji was summoned. Summoned means called to Sir Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor. See, in June, Gandhiji was called to Sir Edward Gate, who was the Lieutenant Governor. Before he went, he met leading associates and again laid detailed plans for civil disobedience if he should not return. See, before going to Sir Edward Gate, Gandhiji met leading associates and again laid means made detailed plans for civil disobedience if he did not return from Sir Edward Gate. Gandhi means Gandhiji had 4 protector means long interviews with the Lieutenant Governor, who as a result appointed an official commission of inquiry into the Indigo sharecroppers situation. See, Gandhiji had 4 long interviews with the Lieutenant Governor, and as a result he appointed an official commission to make inquiry into the Indigo sharecroppers situation. The commission consisted of landlords, government officials and Gandhi means Gandhiji as the sole. The sole means the only representative of the peasants. See, the commission had landlords, government officials and Gandhiji as the only representative of the peasants. Gandhi means Gandhiji remained in Champaran for an initial means first, uninterrupted means continuous period of 7 months. See, Gandhiji remained in Champaran for a first continuous period of 7 months. See, firstly, Gandhiji remained in Champaran for a period of 7 months continuously, and then again for several means many shorter visits, and then again Gandhiji remained in Champaran for several means many shorter visits he made. The visit undertaken casually on the entreaty means request of an unlettered means illiterate peasant means here Rajkumar Shukla, in the expectation that it means the visit would last means here go or continue, a few days means for a few days, occupied means took, almost means nearly a year of Gandhiji's life. See, the visit that was undertaken, that was made casually on the request of an illiterate peasant Rajkumar Shukla, in the expectation that it would go for a few days, took nearly 1 year of Gandhiji's life. The official inquiry assembly is collected a crushing means compressing mountain of evidence against the big planters. See, the official inquiry assembled means collected, a crushing means compressing, mountain means here piled, heap, a huge heap of evidence against the big planters. And when they saw this, they agreed in principle means as a general idea or plan to make refunds to the peasants. And when they saw this, they agreed as a general idea or plan to make refunds to the peasants. But how much must be paid? They asked Gandhi means Gandhiji. They asked Gandhiji how much they must pay. They thought he would demand repayment in full of the money which they had illegally and deceitfully extorted means got or taken by force from the sharecroppers. They thought that he means Gandhiji would demand full payment of the money which they had illegally and deceitfully taken by force from the sharecroppers. He asked only 50%. He means Gandhiji asked only 50% of the money. There he means Gandhiji seemed adamant. Adamant means firm. Writes Reverend J. Hodge, a British missionary in Champaran, who observed the entire episode at close range. See, there he means Gandhiji seemed adamant means firm in the matter of 50%. Actually, Reverend J. Hodge thought that Gandhiji was firm in the matter of 50%. He thought that Gandhiji would not accept less than 50% of the money as a repayment to the sharecroppers. See, there he seemed adamant, means firm, writes Reverend J. J. Hodge, a British missionary in Champaran, who observed the entire episode at close range, thinking probably that he means Gandhiji, would not give way. Give way means yield. The representative of the planters offered to refund to the extent of 25%, and to his amazement, Mr. Gandhi means Gandhiji took him at his word, means agreed to his word, agreed to his offer, thus breaking the deadlock. And in this way, the deadlock between the planters and the peasants was broken. See, thinking probably that he means Gandhiji would not give a means yield to his offer of 25%. The representative of the planters offered to refund to the extent of 25%. See, the representative of the planters thought that Gandhiji would not yield to his offer of 25%. Still, he made an offer of 25%. See what happened? And to his amazement, Mr. Gandhi means Gandhiji took him at his word, and Gandhiji accepted his offer. See, and to his amazement, he was surprised, he was amazed that Gandhiji agreed to his offer of 25% as a repayment to the peasants, thus breaking the deadlock. And in this way, the deadlock between the planters and the peasants was broken. In this way, the dispute between the planters and the peasants was settled. This settlement was adopted unanimously, means without opposition, by the commission. See, this settlement means the settlement between the planters and the peasants was adopted without opposition by the commission. Gandhi means Gandhiji explained that the amount of the refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been obliged. Obliged means forced to surrender, to give up part of the money, and with it part of their prestige. Prestige means dignity, a high standing achieved through success, influence, or wealth. See, Gandhi means Gandhiji explained that the amount of the refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been obliged to surrender, means to give up part of the money, and with it, with the money, part of their prestige, part of their dignity. See, for Gandhiji, the amount of the refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been forced to give up part of the money and with it part of their dignity, their prestige. Therefore, as far as the peasants were concerned, the planters had behaved as lords above the law. See, therefore, as far as the peasants were concerned, the planters had behaved as lords above the law. Actually, the main problem was that the planters were behaving as if they were lords above the law. They thought that even the law couldn't do anything against them. But now they were forced to give the refunds to the peasants, and they were also forced to surrender their prestige with it. Now the law had taken action against them. This was a moral victory for Gandhiji and the peasants. Now the peasant saw that he had rights and defenders. See, now there was a change in the attitude of the peasant. Now the peasant saw that he had rights and defenders to defend his rights. He learned courage. He learned courage to fight for his rights. Events justified Gandhi's position. These events justified the position of Gandhiji. Within a few years, the British planters abandoned means gave up, left their estates. Within a few years, the British planters abandoned their estates, which reverted means returned to the peasants. Indigo sharecropping disappeared, and in this way indigo sharecropping disappeared from Bihar.